Cosmobeat Devlog number 2. So, as I mentioned last week, we've been rewriting a lot of the story and also reworking the content that we already have in the game. I've been working on some concepts for the speech bubbles that we have for our dialogue, especially because we want the dialogue to feel very alive, specifically in very key moments of characters screaming. Another narrative-related thing is that we've been blocking out the storyboard frames that we have, and sometimes when you have a certain shot that you really want in a very specific way, you kind of have to cheat the camera a bit, and that leads to some funny situations where, characters will not look as you might expect. Aside from that, we've been working on a feature where you can open your phone and browse through social media, because all the characters have their very own social media platform called the CosmoNet. I wonder where I've heard that name before. And for that, I very recently created a prototype, which was very ugly because it was just for testing. But Mia, who's also our UI artist, has been working on creating a better UI concept and making it look pretty. Our tech artist, Viola, has been rewriting some of our shader code just to improve it and make it match the certain standards that we have after updating our Unity version. And another thing she's been doing is, if you've played Portal to the Cosmobeat, you know we have a magic ribbon that can open portals. We ran some tests which led to funny situations, and we aren't sure yet how we're gonna move forward. We might start using a just very regular ribbon rig, so I'll have to hand animate it, which is also fine because it'll give us control over how it looks. On the programming side of things, our programmer Lua has been working on finishing up the level system rework that I mentioned in the previous video. And another thing they've been improving is the current scoring design, which in its current iteration is just super buggy and also just way too complicated and barely makes sense. And all the scores were kind of messed up, which was really sad. And now we kind of took some inspiration for how Just Dance handles scoring, which if you want to know more about that, you'll have to ask our programmer on our community Discord, because I have no idea what I'm talking about. Also, starting this week, we have a new intern. Her name is Fee, and she was here for 2 days and then she called in sick, so that's how that's been going. But I can't wait to show you the things that she's going to be working on in the future. At the time that this video is being posted, we're currently in Berlin exhibiting our game at Gamesground, which we already did 1 year ago. And so much has happened since then. It's been a crazy time. And if you want to continue supporting us in this journey, you should join a community Discord or follow us on here. And that's all for this week's devlog. So thank you so much and see you next week. Bye!